Yo, there was this story that this Ugandan lady, I think she was, out there in London.
Rolling around with a white dude.
Yeah.
The hottest thing in the world right now. This is the Blaze Podcast. 1 2 1 2. What's good? What's good? The Blaze Podcast once again, episode 10 with my man Jinx.
Yeah.
How was your weekend, brother?
Full of ups and downs.
I understand.
But I'm happy we're here. We're going double digits on them.
For real.
Episode 10. This is a big one.
Man.
We've been doing this for a minute now.
Dude, it's coming together.
Yeah, it is. It really is, man.
Thank you so much, everybody that's watching out there globally.
Yeah.
Big up to Manasseh Clark. She is a lecturer, actually, at Howard University.
No.
Mad shout outs to you. Tanzania via Howard University. Big up, Manasseh.
What we getting into?
This weekend, the Kantai tribute.
Kantai tribute. I'm sorry I had to travel, man. How was it?
Amazing turnout. It was beautiful.
Okay.
It was great seeing so many MCs. Uko Fulani, all those guys were there. Jamani was there.
Oh, money.
Yeah, man. Everybody came out. It was really good. But then in the middle of trying to start the show, the lights went off.
She?
Yeah, man.
For the whole building or just the club?
The fuse for just the club.
Damn.
The whole building, there was lights on, but the club had no lights.
Damn.
We tried to get those things on. We went down. We got technicians in there. We were like, the wires. Man, you should see the state of the buildings in this town,
bad, huh?
man. Yeah, really, really bad. So we tried the best we could, but that was it. It didn't work out. So
the people showed out. That's the most important thing.
People showed up, man. They waited, and then it was clear that the lights are not coming back on. We don't know. People were murmuring things, but we just moved to Q's.
Yeah.
There was nothing going on at Q's. So we're like, what?
Let's
we're
take
going
this
to Q's.
party
We took
to
the
Q's.
whole party to Q's.
Okay.
The DJs came to Q's. The MCs came to Q's. It was beautiful. Like, it was, Kantai used to hang out at Q's. So that was kind of like paying homage to him, So it was good. Like, it would have been nice for Muse to have lights. It didn't work out that way.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
But it was beautiful. We gave him a great send-off. Rest in peace, Kantai.
Rest in peace.
Big up to everybody that came. Mad shout out, Nairobi Rhapsody. Mad shout out to the Muse. And big up Ashok at Q's, man. It was good being back in Westlands after so many years. It was nice,
You haven't been accused in a minute.
It's been a while, man.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Even the security were like, whoa, they still have the same staff. I was like, you guys are still there?
Izo?
Yeah, they're still there, bro.
Izo is still at the gate?
Yeah, Cosmos is still there. Crooked Q, like, it was like
That's
traveling back in
nuts.
time. It was like going back in time. Like, you guys are still here?
Damn.
What an establishment.
That's company culture. Good
like,
company
clubs
culture.
have come and gone.
Yeah.
Crooked Q still there. Legendary.
Impressive.
Stay going.
Yo, there was this story that this Ugandan lady, I think she was, out there in London.
Rolling around with a white dude.
Yeah.
Domination. I tell you, the black woman
That's
is
a
gonna
fetish, right?
the black woman is gonna rule the world one day.
That's a fetish though,
It's a
right?
fetish.
Like it's something that usually happens, just not publicly.
I mean, it's been happening for years. White people have kept black people as slaves. It's a fetish too, right?
Oh snap! No, so this wasn't a sexual thing.
It's a reverse thing. I don't know what she's doing with this rolling around with an old white dude on a chain. He wants to be dominated, and this woman is like, "Yo, I'll do this." I'm very familiar with this.
So did this dude consent to being?
Yeah.
So if he consented, why did she get arrested?
I don't think she was getting arrested. She was explaining what's going on because it looked really weird because here it is, he's on a chain, and this woman is just walking around.
We need to play that video for the guys.
Play
who
that
didn't
video,
see
man.
it.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Let's see the video.
This black girl's got this old man on a chain in my station. And it's just a fetish, she said. So everyone's not happy about it.
I don't know. I got no words.
The world is a crazy place.
I can't say no more. Wow.
Dominatrix.
It is what it is. Black woman ruling the world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Last weekend too, Ghana defeated Kenya.
Harambe Stars.
Yeah, man, to qualify for AFCON 2019.
Yeah.
What's going on with Harambee Stars, man?
They did pretty well in AFCON this time around. I think they're in the qualifiers still. Was this a knockout? This wasn't a knockout.
It wasn't a knockout.
Yeah, so there's a second leg. I think they've done pretty well. We caught a break in the group when one team was disqualified.
Yeah.
That's how we caught our break.
Who got disqualified?
There was a team in our group that got disqualified. I can't remember the country. But that's how...
Obviously not a major country.
No, not a major.
Right?
That's how we caught a break and kind of went to the next level. So
can't wait. Go, Kenya. We can't wait to see you at AFCON and see you in the World Cup, hopefully soon. Kenya's never been in the World Cup. Never, right?
Never. But we were
close.
We were at the Africa Cup of Nations in 2006.
Okay.
That was when Oliech had a big one.
And they came close.
Yeah.
Okay. Can't wait.
So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
But playing Ghana, that's a strong one, right?
Ghana's a strong one, man.
Yeah.
Ghana performs well in the World Cup.
Of course.
The African Cup.
They go far all the time.
Yeah, they're a big team.
For sure. For sure. Another thing is what happened this weekend too is Kenyan boxer Zarika beat Zambian Phiri.
Yeah.
Did you watch?
Nah, man, I was on the road actually.
I wanted to go for that.
That was Saturday night. I think that's when I was traveling back.
Yeah.
So I missed fight night. I love SportPesa fight nights. I always go.
Word.
So I missed this one.
When did they do it?
I saw the highlights.
Did they advertise?
This is the third one.
Okay, this is the third one?
There was one at Carnivore. I've been to one at Carnivore, and I think the second one was at KICC as well, and this is the third one. So shouts out to SportPesa. They're pushing boxing.
SportPesa, Zarika, keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
What weight is that?
I think she's a bantamweight.
Bantamweight.
I believe,
Big up,
she's
man. I
bantamweight.
definitely have to check out the next one.
Yeah.
All right. So
you love boxing?
I love boxing.
Yo,
man.
I'm obsessed with boxing.
I love boxing.
Can you name your top 5 pound for pound list right now?
Tyson's definitely one of my best boxers. Evander Holyfield. And what's the British boxer?
Tyson Fury?
No, with the dreads.
He's Lennox Lewis?
Yes.
He's Canadian.
He's Canadian?
Yeah.
I thought he was British.
He's Canadian.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, that's a world champion. Yeah, he introduced Lennox Lewis introduced the super heavyweight.
Okay.
Because when he was coming into boxing, heavyweight was like at 210 pounds, but he was like 240 or something. Okay. So they introduced super heavyweight because of the likes of Lennox Lewis.
Yo,
I'm a big fan of boxing. Like now.
Let me know when they're doing the next fight. SportPesa, man. I'm definitely coming out.
I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah. Cool. Last weekend too, Koffi Olumide.
Nasty dude.
Got sentenced to sex assault in France. Ooh. Suspended sentence.
So this was a sexual assault case with one of his staff, from what I understood?
Yeah, he, popular Congolese musician Koffi Olumide was on Monday handed a 2-year suspended prison sentence for rape of one of his former dancers when she was only 15 years old.
That's crazy. That
many questions.
Like a suspended prison, suspended prison sentence basically means he can't travel to France.
Yeah, basically.
That's light, bro.
Yeah, that's light
for rape.
And he's been doing this. I mean, isn't he banned from Kenya? He's banned from Kenya.
Yeah,
for beating up another one of his staff members. Yeah. He's used to this.
Damn, and he's also used to some sort of
impunity.
Yeah,
he's used to that.
He's used to the impunity of.
I'll tell you a story I had with Koffi Olumide.
What's up?
I had just joined as an editor at Fat Magazine. So now I'm like, wow, this is my first job. I'm going to interview Koffi Olumide. He's just landed in Nairobi. We at the Safari Park Hotel. I'm like, wow, I'm interviewing
this is big
superstar. It's not my type of music, but I'm like, listen.
He's a legend.
We got him. He's going to be on the cover of this magazine. It's my first interview as a editor. I'm going in. I got my photographer with me. I'm like, cool, we're gonna go interview one of the biggest stars in Africa. I'm ready. I'm sitting over there. I'm waiting for him. He's doing one interview. I'm waiting for him to finish that interview so I can go. While I'm waiting for him, I see some of his backup
entourage.
So I'm just talking to them, practicing my French, trying to voulez-vous, know. I find out this chick, she's a rapper. So we start going back and forth with freestyle, and she's telling me that she's a backup singer for Koffi Olumide, but she has a rap album on the side. So I'm like, dude, we connect. I'm like, yo, we chatting. This dude, he's sitting over there in the other interview. He looks at us. Getting a rapper. We're talking. This girl's smiling, whatever. He walks up to us from the interview. He pauses the interview, walks up to us, and says, if you want to talk to anybody in my band, you talk to me. You don't talk to my band members. I was shocked. I'm like, who is like...
No one's getting any shine but me.
He was like, nobody is getting interviewed. I was like, what kind of stuff is this? I've never heard anything like this. So I'm looking at the girl. I'm like, really? You gonna let this guy talk like this?
Yeah.
In fact, she tells me, she's like, yo, this guy's like this. In fact, when we fly in, as soon as we flew in, he took all our passports.
Oh, you can't just move around freely.
So I confront him, the kind of person I'm like, why did you take their passport? He's like, when I fly with these guys, they usually run away or whatever. I'm like, listen, man, you can't be treating people. He's very paranoid. He's like one of those paranoid guys, very militant. He's very protective over his band.
Yeah.
Well, listen, it ended up being such a tense situation. We never did that interview.
Oh, of course.
It was so tense.
I can't see you doing it.
It was so tense. It was like, I knew I would never get along with a guy like that.
What's up with guys who are like really genius when it comes to music? Like they're low key.
It's that dictator stuff, man. Dictator.
Like what?
Perverts.
And what's their obsession with kids?
I know.
From Elvis to R. Kelly.
Let's not even get into that.
Koffi Olumide.
R. Kelly's a whole other story.
Like it's just weird.
R. Kelly's a podcast on its own. But anyway, man, listen. Koffi Olumide, stop doing this. Stop assaulting your band members. You're gross. Listen, you need to go to jail. They need to lock him up. Throw the key under the jail.
Yeah.
In the sea somewhere.
Yeah. He needs to get locked up.
Cyclone Idai in Mozambique and Zimbabwe.
Tragic.
And Malawi, man.
Tragic.
750 people dead.
And counting. Numbers are going up.
Across Southern Africa.
Yeah.
It's been 10 days of storm. We really pray with the families in Zimbabwe that have lost their loved ones. People in Malawi. People in Mozambique. Big up South Africa for going out there and rescuing a lot of people.
And we're not really used to extreme weather in Africa.
But Zimbabwe gets a lot of floods, every 5 years, I would say.
Yeah, and Mozambique.
And Mozambique. Yeah. Right.
Yo, what happened in Nairobi? Did you feel the earthquake?
I didn't feel that.
Yep.
Anybody feel the earthquake? We were on the ground floor.
Well,
we live on the ground floor.
Are they spreading rumors or something?
They said that people on the ground floor would not hear it, so we didn't hear it. We didn't feel it. And we went back on Twitter. Everybody's like, "Yo, tremor, earthquake." I was like, "Where?" We didn't hear it.
Yeah, I didn't feel it.
I was safe. Tiwa Savage got announced for the Wireless Festival in the UK 2019.
London. She's going to kill it in London.
African artist making it. I think she's the first Afrobeat female to be confirmed for the festival.
Yeah, and probably third Afrobeats act.
Yeah, I think last year Davido did it. Wizkid did it too.
Wizkid do it as well.
Yeah, big up Tiwa. Go represent Africa.
Afrobeats is continuing its dominance, especially in the UK.
Yep.
So shouts out to Tiwa.
And Say Shay or Shay Shay, she called herself. She's in Kenya doing a media run. She might be joining us. Let's see what happens.
You just never know.
Big up to the ladies of Afrobeat doing their thing. 2019 Music in Africa Foundation have opened a call for African musicians to showcase at Access Music Summit that's happening in 2019.
Now this Access in Music Summit, it's not new. It started in 2017, right?
Yeah, in Dakar. Then last year they had one in Nairobi. Pretty interesting. They had Mr. Easy, Blinky Bill as some of the people that were talking. There was a bunch of cool stuff. I didn't go, but I saw some really cool people.
Because I read that the gist of it is, they bring together industry professionals, like festival bookers, artists,
managers,
engineers, managers,
people who do all types of crazy, cool stuff in the music industry across the continent and the diaspora, from South Africa, Rwanda, Kenya, Ghana. In fact, this next one in 2019 is going to be in Accra, Ghana. So
it's in Ghana.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
And
we could do a podcast there.
Oh yeah, yo, hit us up.
Access.
And what's the eligibility criteria like if you're trying to showcase there?
Basically, just being a solo artist, a band, DJs, all music genres are accepted. You must be 18 and over. You must be based in live concerts. You must be able to perform. You must be available throughout the duration of the event and ready to perform between the 14th and 16th November 2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey man, this thing is very beneficial.
Go out there, www.musicinafrica.net. Go out there, find out how to register, get on that
Yeah.
Talking about music, MCSK was awarded a license to collect on behalf of Kenyan musicians again. Didn't they just lose their license?
Just last year.
I don't know how these things work, man. I don't know how these things work.
Man, it's the thing. Remember when Kekobo put up that statement that artists rejected?
Yeah.
They basically said they're giving out a joint license.
Yeah.
They're recognizing 3 CMOs, MCSK, Prisk, and Camp. And these guys have to remit 70% of their collection to the artists.
Okay.
Now my question is, who's going to check for that?
Who's going to check them?
Yeah. So now the idea that I have that I think we should really look into is have a parallel organization by the creative economy, by the artists themselves.
That counter checks these people.
Exactly.
But wait a minute. Didn't they lose their license last year?
Just last year, bro.
I mean, how did they lose their license and still get it? I don't understand.
That's the corruption that we have.
The whole issue was the officials from MCSK were under investigation because money was not getting remitted to the artists.
Yeah.
So they investigated them. Mm-hmm. What came out of the investigation?
They found out that most of the money wasn't going to the artists, and it wasn't well, it wasn't well documented.
But they still gave them a license.
Yeah. That money was literally disappearing from the company.
Cartels.
Because think about it this way. For every single kiosk that you see, every shop, salon, barbershop, any kind of shop, they pay a license fee for playing music in the establishment. Any mall, any plane, any matatu, any bus, any taxi, they pay
I remember
a
one
fee.
time they tried to get civilians too. I remember they had tried to get civilians and people stopped that. Yeah.
Hotels, everybody's paying some sort of license fee. If you think about what radio stations, TV stations are paying to these companies, it's a lot of fucking money, bro.
A lot of money. They collect what, 600 million?
600 million
I was
a
looking
year.
at the figures. I was like, wow. And these artists don't get nothing.
Yo,
all the artists I know are broke because they don't have money from MCSK.
Artists
they don't get royalties.
Yeah, artists usually get comfortable from back end.
Yeah.
Like if you're not on tour and you're not selling your music currently, you can still be able to make a living off your royalty checks.
Few years ago. Yeah.
Because you own your publishing, or and I told you about the trick MCSK used to do to own the publishing.
What's the trick?
Because most artists in the market don't have a publisher.
Okay.
So when you go to MCSK for them to collect royalties on your behalf, they ask you, do you have a publisher? And then most artists are like, no.
No, I don't know what that is.
We'll be your publisher.
Wow.
Right there and then they own your publishing.
And they can sell the music to whoever.
They can license it to whoever. So they have control of master licensing, they have control of sync licensing. If you try to sample most of Zilizo Pendwa records, you have to clear with MCSK. There's no record label or company that represents this artist. So it's bad.
And most of these artists are dead, deceased. Some of them are not even, they don't know what they signed.
Yeah.
They have no clue where that document is. To fight them in court is crazy.
So my thought is, let's build a parallel organization, just sort of like a shadow government, how the government has an opposition, set it up the same way, so that we have, because we already have ways of highlighting like a radio and TV monitor.
Yes,
that technology is there.
But how come they don't want to use it?
How many? Because they're robbing us. That's why we need the parallel.
What I still don't understand is how Kekobo, which is given the mandate to give licenses to bodies such
CMOs.
as why would they give the license back when they know that these people have not been doing their job?
Corruption.
So what happens to Mpake? I thought Mpake had got the license.
Yeah, Mpake had got the license. Yeah.
And then what happened?
So Mpake replaced MCSK.
Yeah. So but they didn't even start work.
And Mpake now are not in this joint license. This joint license is only to Prisk, Camp, and MCSK.
This makes no sense. There's something fishy going on.
It's corruption, bro.
Kekobo, man, something is going on.
MCSK has been making money for how many years?
Like
since the 60s.
Yeah.
So think about how much money they got. A lot.
We can't take these people out. Like there's no audit. They can't be audited.
If you look at their books, I looked at their financial report for 2016 to 17. According to their books, they made 100 million. Like, nah, you didn't make 100 million.
They collect so much money.
They collect so much.
Come
money,
on, somebody needs to get down to this story. That's why as Buddha Blaze, I'm going in there. I'm asking questions.
Yeah.
When we do that presidential roundtable, I'm asking mad questions. Like how come these people got the license again? And you know what's so funny? They got the license, and I was seeing it. They had a prayer meeting. Or the old churchy people.
Yeah.
Very, very, very
That's how
churchy.
most Kenyans hide, man, in this whole Christian thing. And they're like, praise God. But, behind closed doors, like the under the table deals, it's dirty.
Real bad, man. It was really sad to see.
Is there a meeting scheduled for the presidential?
It's coming up. We're waiting to get the call out. Just registered the Association of Promoters. So I'm now legit.
Yeah.
Now speak with the voice of the Kenyans. So let's see what happens. We're just waiting.
Damn,
the president is a busy man. So
parallel organization, man. I'm pushing for that.
Maybe Mpake. I got you. Maybe you could talk to Mpake. They already have a setup. They have an office.
Yeah.
They're quite like a strong. I can set up a meeting with you, man.
Yeah, sure.
Call BK. BK, what's up?
Yeah.
Talk to my man.
Let's see what we can do.
Did you see what happened when this guy called Benji Ndolo tried to go after Raila Odinga's daughter, Winnie? Whoa. Talk about clapback.
Yo.
Her clapback game is strong.
She tried looking for fucks. She was looking through her purse and shit.
She went hard.
No fucks. Zero.
Wow. So she goes.
Zero.
Her tweet went like this. Absolutely atrocious. A failed state. Those who voted for this government should demand immediate action and solutions. That was Miss Odinga.
Yeah.
So Benji was like, boom, tell your dad he's in the government. You would not believe her clapback.
Now, first of all, tell your dad is already triggering.
Yeah, it's already,
listen, I'm speaking on behalf of me.
Yeah.
Why you got to bring my dad into this?
That's it. But, she's close to her dad. Like, she's very close. I see her in meetings. Her dad's really close to her. Like, I think she's kind of like a confidant, right? What is she like?
They work together.
Yeah, they work together. I think she's running her dad's kind of like affairs.
Okay.
So,
this guy said, tell your dad
Benji, Benji. He's really active on Twitter. He's like an activist. Winnie did not take this lying down, man. She hit back real quick. Tell your dad he should have pulled out. End of story, man. If that was me, I would have been, deleting my Twitter right there, man. Listen, some of these people, you don't go after them, man. You just watch. Don't be trying to be old smarty out there, man.
I like it, though.
Big up, Winnie, man.
That was unfiltered commentary.
No chills.
I love it.
No chills.
I love it.
Oh my God, what a story! It went on and on and on and on.
They had a little
that's
back
what
and
stood
forth.
out, man. That's what really, really stood out, man. Going back to music, Boomplay, Warner Music have just sealed a licensing agreement. You're the licensing guy. What's going on over here?
I love it. I mean,
you think this Chinese are trying to get music and take it to China and make it their own?
Nah, what actually they've done is they've looked at Africa as a market, and what's clear about Africa is that it's a very unpredictable market. So I use Boomplay. I use Boomplay a lot, especially to support local acts.
Yeah.
And what they've been able to capture is every single tier in music consumption. There's the free tier streaming, where you can just stream and maybe see some ads. You can pay a subscription so that you can access music with no ads, and then you can just purchase music direct. So now they've covered all aspects of music consumption, because if you look at Apple Music is just a subscription model.
Yeah.
You feel me? Spotify has a free tier with ads and also subscription model.
Yeah.
iTunes is purchase only. So now they've taken all these models and combine them into one because of the unpredictability of this market.
Okay.
And I think it's working. And that's why I feel like they're able to lock down such deals. This isn't the first big deal they've done.
Okay, what else?
I saw them sign a big deal with Universal last year. Now you can listen to a Drake album, a Nicki album on Boomplay. You feel me? And now with Warner Music, they've even expanded that catalog. I've been saying this for a minute now, and I'll continue to say it. I do feel like Boomplay should be the standard for
do
release.
They promote it though? Do they really? I mean, do they? I never see no Boomplay parties, no Boomplay launches. Like, do they really?
They do a few
are they
things.
in market? They say that they have 42 million users.
Yeah.
From February 2019.
In 2018, Boomplay in Kenya alone, they had 1.1 billion streams.
Wow.
In 2018.
And how do artists collect their money?
I actually have the contract. They actually are pretty good. I think the artists take 70%. They keep 30%. So, I mean, that's more than a lot of the other guys in market.
And which artists can you say have actually made some money off
Calligraph.
Boomplay? For real?
Calligraph had the top-selling album of 2018. Testimony 1990
on Boomplay
was the best-performing album on Boomplay last year.
As far as Kenya?
As far as Kenya.
What about on the continent?
On the continent, did I look? I looked at the Kenya numbers. They sent me the Kenya numbers, so they had broken down everything.
Yeah,
I need to look at Africa.
And Boomplay is solely on techno.
No.
Can you access
on Android.
it with different?
On Android,
okay,
yeah.
Cool.
If you have any Android device, you can download Boomplay.
Okay.
I feel like as an industry, maybe we need to standardize that as the way to release music, so that it makes it easier for now the consumers to know. Okay, if I'm on Boomplay, then I can get everything.
Okay.
And now that they're bringing even the heavier acts from across the globe, so you can get a Drake album and a Kali album on the same platform, and it's tweaked to your market. It's not too expensive. Like there's a free tier, you know.
Okay, and you can buy it on every network basically.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can either buy via airtime, M-Pesa, or your credit card.
Because that's the thing that really defeats me. It's like we, as Kenya, have the biggest mobile money platform in the world. How can we not sell music? How come we haven't found a way of being able to trickle down the music to the customer?
Yeah.
Where I can be on my phone, somebody releases an album. If I want to hear that song or album, I could just press on it, it goes to my M-Pesa and trickles down to my phone. How come nobody has devised an app or something that can do that?
I mean, that's what Boomplay is doing.
Okay. Is it better than Songa in what they do?
I don't know, but like I said, the splits at SAFCOM are pretty bad. The artist actually, now you see at Boomplay, the artist gets the lion's share.
Okay.
When it comes to SAFCOM gets the lion's share.
Well, SAFCOM, man, listen, figure that out. You have M-Pesa.
Yeah.
You can trickle down the music to the customer, make all this money, and make the artist money.
Yeah.
And then serve the consumer, because we want to hear music and I want to be able to pay for my music.
All right, one thing about Boomplay before we get off this. This is why it's important as the artist community to have representation.
Yeah.
Because MCSK will not do a licensing agreement with Boomplay.
Okay.
You know?
They want to do it directly with the artist.
Because Boomplay will work directly with the artist.
Okay.
Because there's no body that really protects the artist,
yes.
you know? Legally, that kind of thing, with backing, proper financial backing.
Word.
That's what a label would do. So, you know, that kind of format might also be important. That's maybe where this parallel organization can fit in, where, you know, artists get proper representation so that when a deal like this is made, you know, a lot of money was exchanged.
Yeah,
a lot of money.
Of course.
You feel me? So,
I mean, Warner Brothers is not signing with just anybody.
Exactly.
They're looking at those numbers. They're like, yo, this is a gold mine.
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
So artists, listen, get them, you know, get your music lessons up. My man Jinx talks about this all the time. He's got mad knowledge in this subject.
Yeah.
Gonna keep educating us.
Yeah.
You know, on and on, man. Make your money, but make it right, you know?
For sure.
So last weekend, we also heard a cry from the Alchemist. Can you imagine? One of my favorite places.
Yeah.
That some dude showed up with goons trying to take their land. Just, you know, they wake up and there's these people. Can you imagine?
Only
like goons,
in Kenya, bro.
Goons with spears and, like, you
Only
know,
in
like
Kenya,
trying
bro.
to really, like, block you from getting into your own land.
Yeah.
But luckily, my man Pang and everybody that's involved in Alchemist went out there and they approached. They went really public. They were on Facebook,
which was very smart.
You know, like quick. They didn't play with it. It reached the Ministry of Lands, and they met up and they talked. And the Ministry of Lands has said, "Listen, they're gonna deal with this situation in a professional manner, and they will get down to the to the bottom of this story.
Yeah.
The guy who was really trying to come out there, Mahesh Laxman Prabhat, who was apparently known in the Westland circles for grabbing a lot of land. That's what I hear. But yeah, basically they kept him off. So the next day, those guys didn't show up again.
Damn.
So one day it's his land, the next day he's lost.
I'm happy that bullying is kind of being phased out in Kenya, because 10 years ago this would work.
Impunity has to go.
Impunity it's going slowly.
Yeah.
10 years this would work, bro.
Yeah.
He would pull up with fake documents and goons and probably drive you out.
Force you out of your land.
Yeah. But
and then now you have to fight for it.
Yeah. The checks and balances are working a little bit better, so let's give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
Shouts out to the Ministry of Land for handling that situation.
I hope they sort that out. Alchemists, we're together.
Yeah, man, that's the best cultural spot
That's the
right
spot.
now.
Imagine they've been doing so much there for the last couple of years. I mean, that land was basically empty at one time. It was a junkyard.
Yeah.
They came up.
No, that was undecided.
Before.
You remember undecided?
And then undecided died out, and then it became just a junkyard.
Yeah.
So they came, cleaned it up.
Yeah.
Have done all these events. It's a great place to hang out. Somebody shows up and says, "This is my land." So sad, man.
Yeah.
Alchemists,
Bad.
get yours.
Stay strong. Alrighty, now the High Court of Kenya ruled in favor of the LGBT community.
They're free to socialize and live within the society like anyone else.
Yes, and I told y'all this. Listen, you can't just ignore a problem and think it's going to go away. That's something you're going to have to face, you know. The community is getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
You feel me? They're marginalized, you know. They don't feel like they can be free with who they are in public,
Yeah.
you know. So this is a step in the right direction, because just as human beings, as being good human beings, they deserve the same kind of opportunities everyone else has. You know, they don't deserve any kind of discrimination. So shouts out to the High Court, man.
Let people be, man.
Definitely a step in the right direction for the country.
Let people do what they need to be doing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Man, one of the biggest things that I've always been an advocate for is bridging the gap between continents, especially people of our culture, people from all over the world, like, you know, black people in the UK, black people in Jamaica, black people in the United States, black people in Canada, black people in Mexico, the Caribbean, to just be able to come back home and enjoy the motherland. It's always been one of my dreams to do cross-pollination. Even when I do my gigs, it's always been about bringing hip-hop from New York, bringing it to Africa, taking hip-hop from Africa, taking over there, and just seeing how these cultures merge. So it's really fresh when we meet artists who are doing this,
like-minded,
who are actually going out there and saying, cool, it's not just about talking about Africa.
Yeah.
It's actually doing it. One such artist is an amazing lady who I met in Brooklyn, New York. Her name is Toni Blackman. She's such an amazing soul.
Yeah.
She's a hip-hop artist. She's a pioneer. She's a poet, among many things. She's a singer. She's just a well-rounded individual. And I was talking to her about, you know, her journey to Africa.
Yeah. I really like that conversation.
Yeah, she's been to Senegal, Botswana, South Africa, Uganda, and now she's here in Kenya. Catch her live as I speak to her.
Yeah.
Just about her journey, what she's doing, and what's next for her. As we know, Nairobi's on the other side of the continent. A lot of activities happening in South Africa, West Africa. Nigeria is dominating that space. Kenya has a lot of creativity. We just haven't been able to tap in. How do you see yourself from just the work that you do, being able to elevate that and make that happen?
Well, one of the things I'm excited about building a relationship here in Kenya is that this long-term vision I have of being able to have some sort of institutionalized base or partnership, because the work that I've already done so far, and I haven't been here long yet, I'll be here the whole month, is working with Nemo and the crew at Turning Tables. She brought together a bunch of women MCs, poets, singers, and we did, essentially, it was a cipher workshop, but it was an artist development experience.
Because that's what's lacking nowadays.
That's what's lacking across the board, all over the world. And how do we create? I've been trying to figure out, how do we create an experience where artists who are developing can be more confident, be more fully self-expressed, be more rooted in honoring their own unique voices, and not feeling like they have to imitate someone else in order to be successful.
Word.
And it's tied to being able to harness your own power. Word. And that's what I've been doing with MCs for 20 years.
For the full interview with Toni Blackman, catch it on What's Good Networks, watch the whole feature, and put a Blaze TV. Press subscribe.
Yeah.
Let's keep it moving.
That was a really good convo, bro.
Yeah.
That was a really... I especially like the Rhyme Like a Girl initiative.
She's doing it, man.
Yeah, man. Like having just femcs come together and share ideas.
Yeah.
And even the artist development program. That's a very key... Because, she was talking about, self-discovery and being able to harness your own energy.
She's all about
not
that.
being intimidated by anyone else to, to do something for a wave or a trend. Or,
She's all about that.
It's so important, man. Such a dope convo. Make sure you go check that out, man.
Big up, Toni. Word from the DMs on the Blaze podcast. This is a section where we read your letters. Anything that you want to write to us, please. Our email's down there on the screen. Keep writing them letters. Subscribe to the Blaze podcast. Keep watching. This is the word from Al Fredericks.
Sup, Al Fredericks?
Hi, Niambie, Buddha Blaze. I would like to perform at Nairobi Rhapsody one of these days to promote my recently released album, The Young Boss, Volume 1. So kindly please give me a chance, and I'll forever be grateful, because this will mean a lot in the establishment of my career. Although I'm from a humble background, I believe that I have whatever it takes to be one of the greatest Kenyan rappers and even cross the border, for I have dope and released music. So give me the chance kindly, please, and work with me. You will never regret it. Just lend me a helping hand, kindly, please, for I can't do it alone. We can go places as a team. Big up, Al Fredericks. Listen, I'll get my team on that. Al Fredericks, we'll see you at the next Nairobi Rhapsody. We'll be hollering. All right?
All right. Just like that?
Just like that, man. All you need is... I want to do it. I will listen to his music, and let's see. I want to give these young people a chance.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, just put them on these platforms. Let them perform, and let's see what happens.
What about starting them off from Wapi?
Let's start. He wants to be on Nairobi Rhapsody. We'll find out. Let's put them on the stage, right?
Put them on the stage.
I say let's put them on the stage.
Throw
Let's
them
do
right
it.
there.
Yo, listen, man.
If you got it, you got it.
Word from the DMs, man. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. If you have talent, we'll put you out. Let's make it happen.
All right. Everybody's,
Rewind. This is the section where we get to listen to your music. Places can't play it. All these radio stations, big up. They saying all this and that. They're shutting down. They can't play your music. But right here on the Blaze podcast, Rewind, we play your music. And because this is March, the ladies' month, we keep it all females. This is the last week. We start with number 1, Dambisa, all the way from Zambia. What's going on over here? Let's hear it.
Sugar Burn?
Next is girl, but she said she got a boyfriend right next door. But me no care see bad man fi got no strain. Now live at the fight now. Me got a feeling I can control. Told your boy say me if you got a boyfriend right next door. Me got a feeling he can control. If you got affection you can get more. He got a feeling.
It seems like the whole African continent is really caught up with the raga vibe, and the dancehall vibe is really just like it's a continental thing, yeah?
Yeah.
You got a figure bam, 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 sugar bam, 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 bam. I got a figure bam, bam, sugar bam, 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 bam. Baby boy, who don't control no la. Tell me why they long no la. Give you one, pick it up too slow. Take it or leave it. Pick it now, pick it jolly, jolly. Like a song and now pick it jolly, jolly. Boy, you know you're my Johnny. Take it low like your pony.
You say Johnny. What's his name that did Johnny?
That's Yemi.
Oh, Yemi.
Yemi. Sound like it's a common feature.
Yeah.
She said she got a boyfriend right next door. But me no care see bad man.
It's a catchy tune, you know?
Yeah.
Big up Zambia.
See in the club.
Big up Zambia. I can hear this anytime.
Got a boyfriend right next door. Me got a feeling he can control. If you got affection you can get more. He got a feeling.
Dambisa featuring T-Lo. Zambia in the building. Keep doing your thing, Dambisa. Nice vibes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Rewind. Nice one. Keep out there, man. Send us all your music right here on the Rewind. We'll play it right here on the Blaze Podcast.
That's a
all the
fact.
time. What's the next song?
Let's see. We had Niambie.
Niambie.
Hey.
What's the name of the artist?
I like Xenia. She's a dope R&B artist.
Ninataka uwe wangu milele, kabla upate nishakuwa na mwingine. Niambie ni mimi, sitaki kujua mwingine, sitaki kujua mwingine, sitaki kujua mwingine, sitaki kujua mwingine. Decision on a mission for more. It's such a challenge, got tightrope balance, but it's worth fighting for. Niambie ni mimi, sitaki kujua mwingine, sitaki kujua mwingine, sitaki kujua mwingine, sitaki kujua mwingine.
Very mellow vibes.
She's got a
dope.
She's a regular in my playlist.
For sure?
Oh yeah.
Alright, man. Big up to her. Big up to her. She's dope.
Yeah. And I think she's based out of the States.
Okay.
You know, she even went to like art school. And she's Berkeley, right? Very cultured young lady. I had the pleasure of meeting her once.
Okay.
She's dope. I like
dope,
Zen.
man. Good to hear that kind of music coming out of the tube and everywhere else, man. Just keep sending the music. We'll play it over here. We'll review it right here on Rewind, the Blaze Podcast.
That's what we do.
On this episode, our 3 tips are by Toni Blackman.
Check it out.
Yeah. What are the 3 tips for an African-American artist or an artist from the diaspora who wants to visit the continent? Okay. What are those 3 tips?
One of the tips is to don't worry if everything's not planned out.
Okay.
To trust your gut. Follow your instinct. That's 1. And then 2, to be about the business of relationship building, not just networking. Like, go deeper than networking. Like, introduce yourself to people who you want to be friends with. Introduce yourself to people who resonate with who you are and with your soul. And you'll be so surprised that even though you might speak different languages, have different cultural backgrounds, how much you have in common with that person.
Okay. And the 3rd tip?
The 3rd tip would be to don't sleep on Africa.
Don't sleep on Africa.
The level of talent, the level of creativity, the level of ingenuity and brilliance is super high. Bring your A game, bring your best game, and put your heart in it.
You heard it. 3 tips with Toni Blackman. So events this weekend. What's happening? I see Kilimani Festival is coming back.
Hey,
Saturday,
man.
30th March. That's our people's.
Yeah, you've been a strong advocate of this one.
Kilimani is a spot, man.
Are you part of the organizing committee?
Yes,
or something?
I mean I've been there from day one.
You in the mix?
My people, Robin and Irungu, started this festival really just to bring the community together. The first time we did it, we cleaned up Kilimani police station, had a football match with the police, just bringing people together, knowing your neighborhoods, knowing your neighbors, knowing your police, just, having a friendly neighborhood. So everybody knows that we have to clean up the neighborhood because we all live here. So Kilimani Festival will be happening in Kilimani. Was started by my friends Robin and Irungu just to clean up the streets, create a great environment for the neighborhood and just getting to know our neighbors, right? So be out there, Kilimani Festival, 30th March. in Kilimani. Yeah.
Koroga Festival. I'm so excited for Koroga Festival. I was put on to Asha's music recently.
Yeah.
That's how you say it, right?
Asha.
Yeah. It's Asha.
You gotta, the H is silent.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was put on to her music recently. I was really vibing to it. So that's one reason I want to go. Another reason is my people, TNT, are going up on that stage.
All right, cool.
That should be a movie. And also
y'all getting the bags now.
Yeah, man.
The big bags.
And the Ochunglo family have also been booked. So, those are just, vibrant young Kenyans who've been making moves for themselves. I'm happy to see them being on such a huge platform. So I'm excited for Koroga Festival this weekend.
You heard it. Wapi Returns will be launching a very soft launch at K1 on Saturday. We'll have a Skills Factory from 3 p.m. and of course Toni Blackman and friends will be there. So be out there, man. Listen, Wapi Returns. All those people that know what Wapi is about, you know what's going on. Wapi will be there. Be there, K1.
That's a fact.
Right.
And also the African Esports Championship League that also kicks off this weekend at K1 as well.
Yeah.
So I think for the next 9 weeks, the competition will be ongoing. They're starting with FIFA. So come check it out, man. They got some pretty dope players.
Esports are getting huge.
Esports is big business.
Big up What's Good is actually activating that.
Yeah. Shout out
people's going to be out there, man. That's really what we have for this episode of the Blaze Podcast. We're doing the 10th one. You're right here with us. We love you. Keep sending your comments. Subscribe. Follow us. What's Good Networks. Follow us on AfriPods. Follow us on Buddha Blaze TV.
We double digits.
Gonna be here.
We double digits now.
See you next week on the 11th episode.
Hey.
We love you. Salute.
Salute.
The hottest thing in the world right now. This is the Blaze Podcast.